You don't have to tell me there's a vehicle. I know there's a vehicle there. This is week 2 of our yearly challenge here of making $50,000. And also this is now, I guess, day 2 of this week, even though it's Thursday. We've had a very rough start to the year. It's kind of put us way behind with things. We had a vehicle situation, which we also had to deal with. That's added a further challenge, us working on our money situation. And now we are renting a car. So now we have to pay for that rental also. So in addition to our goals of getting out of debt, lowering our bills, and increasing our income, now we have to worry about paying for a rental car also. But we're going to clean some things up. We did find, let's see. Let's recap this week here real quick. On Monday, I drove around. We went and looked at, my father took me around. We went and looked for some car lots that would work with me. Everybody said no, the exact same thing. DoorDash as a primary income couldn't be used because that was a commercial use of a vehicle. Oh, on Monday also I went to the doctor and had them check my rib as well as this respiratory thing. On Tuesday, I called around. I made one last call. I'm like, well, let me try this one local buy here, pay here lot. And he was actually going to work with me. But his bank didn't like the way that my money was being deposited directly onto a DoorDash card. They want it deposited directly into my bank account, so I've got to make that adjustment. If I make that adjustment, in 3 months, they'll work with me after I show, the income going directly into my bank account. So we're going to make that adjustment, and that will help us out immensely. Tuesday night, I was supposed to get a rental car at 5 p.m. When all this kind of didn't happen with this car, wait around all day to see if that was going to happen. Tuesday evening, we were going to get a car at 5 p.m. Well, I'm walking to the car place. They call me and they say, we don't have a car. So I walked back home. Luckily, they got me before I got all the way there. Yesterday, which was Wednesday, I was supposed to have the car at noon. I had a couple other things that I was tying up, loose ends and everything, and trying to get this channel started and a couple of other things. And so I wasn't able to get started till 3 o'clock yesterday. My goal was to make $100, and we'll be making a video about that also. Now it is Thursday. My goal was to start at 8 o'clock and end at midnight, which is 16 hours. Now, if I can work, say, 15 hours of that, so about an hour breaks in between. And instead of budgeting the $20 per hour, like, I know I can make $20 an hour, but on average. But there's good days and there's bad days, and if I can set that a little bit lower, like $15 an hour, then that way I don't make financial mistakes. So you know what the high end is, you know what the low end is, you know what your average is, you know what things are capable with whatever it is that you're doing. You want to set a financial goal that's going to be high. But when you go to budget, you want to knock that income low, the expenses high, so that you're budgeting for every possible mistake that could be thrown at you. And I've had a lot of mistakes thrown at me already this year. If I budget for 15 hours at about $15 an hour, then that means I should be able to make $225. So now I've already had a wrench thrown in today. My father was also getting ill. I had to check in with him. He had some other things going on in his life, and so now between that and some other things that I had going, it's 9 o'clock and I'm just now getting started, is the long short of it. So I've already missed an hour. So we're going to stop talking. We're going to turn on DoorDash, and we're going to get going and see what kind of money we can make. But the goal is $225 for today. Now, if I happen to work the full 16 hours and I budgeted for $20 an hour, then I'd be at $320, and I'd be like, oh, yeah, let's go. We're going to make $300 today. And then we only make $2 something. Yeah, that could screw us financially. Got our first order of the day. It only took about 5 minutes. It was at Bob Evans, and they are normally take a little while. Bob Evans' order was ready.
Turn left. Then turn left.
We are going 2 miles. $6.25 to go 2 miles. Not bad for a first
Turn right onto North State Street, State Route 9.
Yeah, these newer cars that I don't think my... Oh, wait a minute. It might actually fit in there. Yeah, I didn't think they fit in there, but there is a spot where the vent can kind of connect in. Okay. Well, I'll run home and grab my phone holder. I didn't think those quite fit in there, but I will try that. So now we've picked up our second order of the day. We just went to Starbucks. It's a $4 order for 2 miles. So not great, but got a phone call from a guy that I work with. He owns an Airbnb, and he was having problems with his door lock. So I need to swing by and double check that. I also have to keep in mind how much money I'm losing from DoorDash by helping him, or how much I'm losing in whatever other ventures. So if I plan on $15 or $20 an hour for DoorDash, then I need at least $20 an hour out of him to go just swing by. I don't know if you could see the air quotes. Yeah, because, just a quick trip is a half hour there, half hour back, and 5 minutes of work. So I can generally, if it's something super simple, then I can generally just swing by and take care of it. And to him, he's like, oh man, it's only a 5-minute job. But to me, it's an hour. So I also have to think about my time getting to the job and getting away, because that takes me away from doing something else. This is very close. We're almost there. We're going to turn at Baldwin Street. Oh, man. I'll have to check and see how this is going as far as the angle and everything. We want to keep that angle of this camera so you guys can actually see what's going on. Hopefully you can. Oh, flip. I was supposed to turn back there. We could turn here, though. Turning on North Street. And I believe this is it right there. 726 East North. There we go. Right here. Alright, let me go here. Well, that's a pretty mat there. I remember having some things kind of like that at Cracker Barrel when we were there. Alright. Have a good day now. I kind of hate to pull away just as lunch is starting, but if I leave now and come back, I could get back just in time for lunch. Okay, here we are at the Airbnb. We got the door open. Keypad was not working. So all you got to do is pull the cover off. And then there's usually 2 or 4 AA batteries. Ooh. Yep. That definitely happened. Well, there's 4 in there. Yeah, it was the batteries. An issue is that the ribbon, the batteries were actually corroded up, and the ribbon was not back where it's supposed to be, so you could easily pull them out. So I actually had to pull them out with a screwdriver. Regular door locks like this, you would want to put alkaline batteries in. For a camera system or something exterior like that, you're going to want to put lithium batteries in. It's just the types of batteries act a little bit differently under different circumstances, and you're going to get a little bit better performance if you use the right one in the right job situation. Alright, so this one goes back here like this. There we go. Now I've got it correct. That one goes like that. The bottom one is going to go down like this. Oops. Is that right? It doesn't feel like it snapped in there. I guess it did. And then this one goes, well, it's not. It does not feel like it has snapped. Huh. And this one goes like that. Huh. That's weird. There we go. Got it. Where is there it is. There's the top. It just took a moment to reset. That took a little bit longer than what I had planned on. Yeah, the lock was not wanting to respond to anything. Tried a factory reset. That didn't work. Tried it on the app. New technology is wonderful when it doesn't work. Had to call support. Luckily, support was very, very helpful. Very easy. Great person there on the support team. Anyway, we got it fixed in about 15 minutes after I finally called them. So it's all good. It all works. Moving on back to DoorDash. We just turned it back on, and we got a order for $3.75. We went about a mile, and hopefully we get another one soon. We will see. This car does not have an immediate takeoff or torque. It's strange. It takes it a moment to kick in. It's really, really strange. Trying to figure that out. Oh, we just got an order here. $6.25, 2 miles. And I almost turned the other direction. Alright, we're here, so we're about 2 blocks, so it's going to be probably 1.6, 1.7 miles after we pick it up. So that's not too bad. Ooh, I don't know, is this guy, what are we doing here? I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, this truck is halfway in the turn lane, but he doesn't have a turn signal on. Weird. Here we go. They've got flashers on. This parking is always crazy here. We have the downtown parking, we have the courthouse, we have the new busiest place in town. Oh, here we go. Right here. You want to get off my ass? Thank you. Yeah, I know there's a vehicle there. You don't have to tell me there's a vehicle. I know there's a vehicle there. How did I not? Oh, look, there's a vehicle in front of me, too. It's called parallel parking, please. We don't have to have alarms for it. Oh, my gosh. Could you? Wow. Seriously. You're making this much more difficult than it needs to be. Well, we'll just deal with this here. Well, that was good. The smashed burger order was all ready to go. Now just a matter of getting out of the parking. Too many alarms and notifications on cars nowadays. Yeah. So I just wanted to see. Yeah, no, they don't have a handicap placard. So, yeah, when I pulled into that spot, there was only one other spot, and I thought it was a handicap. That's why I didn't go to the angled parking, which would have been a lot easier and a lot less noise. This lady behind me pulls into the handicap. I noticed she didn't have a handicap plate, so then I kind of looked for the placard in the window or in the mirror, and nope, And about 3 cars behind me was a police officer parked and just sitting in their car. Who are these people that park in a handicap at the courthouse? There's almost always a police officer around the courthouse. Good luck. Dropped that one off at a place called the Smoke Shack. It's there's a factory and they have a shack outside where everybody smokes, and they've got it like a doorway that has plastic wrap over it so that the snow and the wind doesn't get in there. So when you open it up, you can smell the smoke. Trust me. Trust me. It did send us an order, though. It was something like $16 for 19 miles. Yeah, going to Northeast Indianapolis. No, because there's no round trip. So that's 38 miles, which is going to be an hour and a half. No, we're not doing that. So I had to take the hit on that. So I'm down to 96% on my acceptance rate. I think I've had to turn down 2 today. So we just got a $6.25 order going 2 miles. Starbucks. We just picked it up at Starbucks, and we're going to the daycare here. And yeah, it's not very far away. I deliver there a couple of times a week during the afternoon, so it's kind of an afternoon pick-me-up, I guess, for the daycare workers. It's in a local church, and it's called Noah's Ark Daycare. Kind of cute. I like when you go a different direction than GPS and you actually lower the amount of minutes it takes to get somewhere. It's like it tells you go straight ahead and it'll take 6 minutes, and then as soon as you turn right it says, oh, now it's going to take 5 minutes. Oh, but turn left up here. And then whenever I go straight up here, it's going to tell me, oh, now you're only 4 minutes away, because I know how to get there a little faster. Actually, at this time of day, a lot of times school starts letting out, and so this road will back up here in the next few minutes, so that'll be not too fun to deal with. A lot of the roads back up here in this town right around 3 o'clock, just a few minutes before 3, as the schools start letting out, until, it takes about a half hour, 40 minutes for that to clear. Okay, we are up to $17 since the break, and we just got an order for another $7, and that is at a Costa Greek restaurant, which is not very far. I was sitting there trying to guess. I'm like, oh, it's about a half a mile away, and I'm like, well, I've got it on my GPS right here. It does say half a mile away. Imagine that. Here's another $6 order for Taco Bell this time. $6 and going about a mile or so. This Taco Bell usually takes quite a while. It is pickup by 3:22. Just dropped off a Papa John's order, and that brought us right to the $50 mark. That's always my kind of feel-good mark. Sometimes you can work real hard and many hours or something, and you get like, $5 orders, $4 orders or something, and you if you've worked like 2 hours and you see like $25, you're like, man. You work for a while, you get like $30, $35, like after 3 hours, you're just like, man, is this really worth it? But something about the $50 mark, once you hit $50, then you're like, okay, now that's something tangible that you can kind of deal with. We just got an order, $15.50, going less than 4 miles. Let's go. This will be fun. It is 2 stops though, but both of them are in the same strip mall center. And I'm turning into the lot now. How about that? That's why I enjoy my small town. There's just enough business to keep me busy. If it were a little bit slower, then I might look into the city at certain times. Like sometimes I do question daytimes. Like I probably could be more productive if I got up, say, earlier, went into the city for half a day, and then come back here for the evening time. But the evening time is fine here And it also helps that I know the area, know the town. When I see an order, see the address, I generally know off the top of my head about where it's going. We just dropped those orders off. It didn't take us very long, and it was less than 4 miles, and it was more than $15.50. It was actually $16.89. So that's a great order. We just got a $8 plus order for going about 2 miles, and that is at Papa John's. Unfortunately, we generally have to wait at Papa John's, so I've already arrived there. Alright, so I told you we normally wait a few minutes. The total wait time there at our Papa John's was 7 minutes this time, so yeah, cuts into our money a little bit, but that's alright. Let's see. Let's get the directions going here. Flip. Come on, man. Give me directions. I need directions. Tell me where to go. Come on, man. Come on, tell me where to go. Come on, shut the car off. Can we go? Oh, flip. There we go. It wouldn't give me directions. Holy smokes, sometimes this app...
All the pros and Benjamin
Okay, stop. Sometimes this app will not want to participate. We can make it if we try.
Continue for 1.5 miles.
Alright, there we go. Please, just give me real directions.
Drive south on North State Street,
Thank you.
State Route 9 for 1.5 miles.
Alright, that... Ow. That was a good order. Another $13.50 on delivery on that one. That brings us up to $80 for this, plus our $11 earlier. We're getting close to $100 now. Awesome. Let's go. And dinner is just now starting. Most of our restaurants are on the north side of town. There's a couple right there around the town square and such, but we are currently, I think, about 7 blocks south of the town square. So as we pull in here and go north, come on, give us a good order. It's kind of like rolling dice or playing cards or something. You're like sitting there, what's that next order going to be? What's it going to be like? Kind of gets exciting sometimes. Can it be a good order? Or sometimes you get a good order, like that $8 for 2 miles. Yeah, we had to wait a little bit. But then it turns out being $13.50 to go 2 miles. And all in all, it took us about 20 minutes or so. With a 7-minute wait, and then, taking it to the customer, and then probably getting to the next order. Give or take, as long as we get that order in the next couple minutes. Yeah, I'll do $13 every 20 minutes. Hey, wait a minute. What do we got? Survey says $14 going 4 miles, 2 places. Let's go. Smashed Midwest Burgers, the new best place in town. And it is right around the corner from where I'm at. Actually, I could almost see it from here, but I'm stuck in traffic. God, could I just... Right there! Right there. And then the other one, we've got this is a double order. The other one is going to... Oh, the mug. That is a funny thing. The mug does smash burgers also, and that used to be the best place until this new place came in. And now they've kind of taken that crown of the best smash burger in town. And of course, Steak and Shake. Excuse me. Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake sucks. Okay, no parking here again. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up an extra. Oh, wait a minute. Got one right here. There we go. Perfect. Right there. Let's go. Well, that took a little longer than normal to grab from the Smash Burger place, but very good people in there. They're all hardworking, very personable, and they are starting to get to know me, even though they've only been open maybe a month. I don't know how long they've been open. maybe 2. And now we are off to the Mug, which is, I don't know, maybe about a mile from that place, so not very far away. Probably the nicest place that I've seen people get DoorDash from. There's a place called Montana Mike's, does a decent job with steaks. That place, then probably Applebee's behind it. Yeah, Applebee's. Alright, here we are. We are about a block away from the Mug. That didn't take very long at all. Traffic actually isn't too bad. I think we've probably missed most of our 5 o'clock traffic because we really haven't been down the main strip for the majority of it. It is just a few minutes before 6 p.m., so most of that 5 o'clock craziness should be clearing out by now, which is good. Alright, let's see if it shouldn't take any time. And I was wrong. They did not have the order ready. It was actually very slow in there. There was one table inside and a couple of DoorDash orders. But they could be a good restaurant, and then, or they have been a good restaurant, and then another place comes in, becomes more popular, they steal all the business, and not only does it
turn
go
left
down,
onto East Main Street, US 40 East.
And not only does it go down in, customer numbers and counts, but the employees just kind of let down, and they start slowing down. There we go. But the employees just start slowing down and moving at a slower pace, and then there's less employees working, and then less customers come in because the time it takes to fix something. It's like both orders came in at the same time, so both orders would have been at the restaurants at the same time. This was a lot smaller order, and the amount of time that we had to wait at the other place, this one should have been done. Still another decent order. Dollar-wise, dollars to miles, definitely good. So we're making decent money. Today, again, dollars to miles. It's a little bit slow on the time in between the orders. I'd like the pace of that to go a little bit faster, but we're being very productive with our money. So both of those burger places, the orders are now dropped off. It's 6:09 p.m. and we just crossed over $105 for the day. So that should be good. We're still going to be hard pressed to hit our goal of $225 for the day. The late start plus the trip to Indianapolis to work on that house kind of set us behind on our DoorDash goal, but we'll see how we do when we get finished. Oh boy. $7 gone, $8 gone, $9 gone, 22. That's twice as much money we made earlier today. It's a little bitty car with a little bitty tank. 28. $30 of gas. Easy come, easy go, just like that. Ding. Filled up with gas, and as soon as we finished, as we were pulling out of the gas station parking lot, we got an order for Papa John's. Not our best order of the night. It was $5.60 for, I think, about 3 miles or something. And as I was pulling into the Papa John's lot, I always back in like this. And as you can see behind me, we're on a main road. Well, these new cars read all these sensors and everything. And as I was backing into this parking place, it slams on its brakes, thinking there's cars behind me. I'm like, even if there were a car right next to me on that road, it's still 10 feet away from me. I don't know, man. I don't know. It prevents accidents, they say. But if there were another car in this parking lot that was working its way out, saw me backing in, and the car instantly stopped, that would have created an accident. Well, we just picked up an order from Cracker Barrel. Normally we have to wait there. Actually, it was all ready, which is nice. $11 going about 11 miles. So all in all, it's not the best order, and especially since we'll have to come back. But we've been really good with the miles, or the dollars to miles. And this is a little higher dollar one, so we'll go ahead and take this. And hopefully we get some shorter ones followed up when we get back into town. But yeah, I don't want DoorDash to think that I like driving 11 miles. We'll see. We took that long order and we just got back into town, and we got an order from Chick-fil-A, $7 for 4 miles, I believe. They seem rather quiet right now, so maybe it'll be ready soon. It's not ready yet. We dropped off the Chick-fil-A order, and Chick-fil-A bonus, we got I know it's hard to see, but we got a lemonade.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto US 40 East.
There's a couple of places that are pretty good about giving out drinks. Usually Chick-fil-A and Culver's will actually ask you. Some of the employees at Taco
Turn
Bell,
left onto US 40
depends
East.
on how long you're waiting. Let's see. As soon as we dropped off that order, we did get another
Continue
order.
for 1.5 miles.
Because we were on the far west side of town, and a lot of times when we get an order, we wind up going to Indianapolis, which I don't like. I was worried about checking it, but it was actually a small order, $2.25 going 2 miles for Pizza King, and I'm like, all right, well, it gets us away from the edge of town for one, and we're 2 miles away from Pizza King. So when we pick up the order from Pizza King, it's literally right there. All right, well, here we are at the Pizza King. Ring the King is their slogan. They have telephones at every table, and so when you sit down at the table, you pick up the phone and call to the kitchen and say, hey, this is what I'd like. Oh, all right, so I was wrong. I know. It's hard to believe I was wrong, but I admit it, I was wrong. So it's not that close. The delivery location is actually the other side of town, the other side of downtown, that is, which is about half a mile. So it's still not that far. For $2, and hopefully we get a tip from the customer for $2. Because, yeah. When you see an order that is $2.25, that's what DoorDash pays. So that means the customer left 0 tip at all. So when you see that, you're hoping that the customer is going to give you a cash tip when you hand it to them. Especially if it is hand to the customer. Yes, hand order to the customer. Oh, man. For the people that don't take the... Oh, the other thing you have to watch out for with pizza orders is sometimes you'll get a $2 or $3 order, and in the description it'll say that you're to collect cash from the customer. So whatever that cash is actually comes out of your DoorDash payout. They owe you $21 in cash, then $21 then comes out of your DoorDash total. You still make the money, but if you were planning on using the online payment to put it on a card or something to make a payment, then yeah, that's something to kind of watch out for, especially after the second or third one in a day. I've had that happen before. Yeah, you get like about $100 less than what you think you are like getting paid, but you got $100 in cash. So actually, after we pick that up, it's 1.7 miles, so it's really not bad. Yeah, the 2.5 miles or something was actually, we were actually kind of in between them at the time. And the pizza was ready at the gas station. Yeah, gas station pizza. It's called Casey's General Store. A lot of people talk about them having good pizza. I really personally haven't ever had their pizza that I know of. Actually, I might have. I had a friend that was fond of them, and I hung out with them a lot when they were close to a Casey's pizza store like 20 years ago. So there's a good likelihood I might have had one once. Could have. I don't know. Hopefully my voice is coming across. I'm feeling a little bit better than I was last week, but it's still... I don't know how the microphone is going to come across. We're going to have to get a microphone for this camera. And I'll probably get something for lighting also. I mean, I do have a light.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto South State Street.
But right now we are currently using a temporary setup. I just have I literally have the camera clipped to the rear view mirror. So that's why the angle is not perfect. This is not my vehicle.
Turn left onto South State Street.
Wow, that's the first time I've seen that light. It's a walking light, and some people just decided to randomly use it at 8:30 at night. Yeah, they put a couple of those in our downtown, and there's one that doesn't make any sense because it's like there is a stoplight, and at the end of the block there's another stoplight, and in the middle of the block they put a walkway light. So I guess people can't walk the full block to go across the street. They can't cross the street here or at the other end of the full block. Like you couldn't go
Continue for a half mile.
Like if you can picture a typical American town center with, you know, in a square with the little shops and everything. Like you walk down, you go do your shopping at one place, and you're like, you go down three shops, and then you're like, oh, I want to cross the street.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Take Street.
I don't know. Alright, again, this one is another $2 order, so hopefully we get a cash tip with this one also. And usually when I see leave at door, then that
Turn right onto Take Street.
leans towards a negative. Alright, so we have another smashed burgers order, $5.75, I believe, going about 3.6 miles.
Okay, so how did we do today? Our goal, remember, was $225 in about 16 hours. And we knew we weren't going to work the full 16 hours. We'd probably take some breaks or something like that. However, keep in mind we started an hour late, and we did going to Indianapolis to work on a house. So that took a little bit of time away from us. So we were only able to work about 10 and a half hours on DoorDash today. DoorDash paid us $66.85. We got $116 in tips. So we made roughly about $183 total today on DoorDash, which was $17.42. And that gave us, we drove 158 miles, and that gave us $1.15 a mile. So overall, a fairly successful day, fairly productive. And we'll see how tomorrow goes. But if you did enjoy this, if you are enjoying the series, don't forget, hit that thumbs up and also hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much.